So, I had a webinar last night, which means I worked until, 3 o'clock in the morning. Then I mucked around for a little bit, doing some reading. Went to go to bed at 4 a.m. Right, I've been preparing myself, getting ready over the last couple of days. I'll go to bed later and later, and that worked actually. I felt better at the time of the webinar. What was that alert? Huh. Give me 2 seconds. Hold on. Yeah, alright, so I just spent like 5 minutes with Hannah confirming the error that we're getting is accurate. It came up, It came up and said, oh, your right headlight is malfunctioning. I was like, oh, that's odd. It's like, just check and make sure that it's working right. And anyway, I called up Hannah and from inside the house, I said, can you see it working or not working? She's like, oh yeah, it's not working. So yeah, that's annoying. I'm gonna pull it apart on the weekend, I think, and just have a look and see, like, is it just, has something come loose? Is a cable broken, or are we looking at a whole new headlight unit? Which, oh man, this is a prime example. I love this car to pieces. This is by far and away the nicest car I've ever owned. It's been the most reliable car, the most low maintenance car that I have ever owned, by far and away. I love this thing to pieces. But because I own it, because it's mine, because I need to look after it, because I need to, I don't wash it like I should. I don't protect it the way that I should. I know that. I don't, the cost of ownership as well. Like, it doesn't cost us a lot to run, which is great. The beautiful thing about having solar and batteries and connectors and all this means that we're very blessed in that we're not yet hit by this fuel price surge that we're seeing in Australia and around the world. We have been so far relatively unscathed, and I am counting my blessings there. A great car, really love this car, but I don't want to have to. I was just saying to Hannah, like, we've rejigged our budget since last month when, the federal budget hit and I lost a contract and all these different bits and pieces. We were going backwards for a little while, but now we're ahead again, which is great. The problem that I'm now facing is because I own this car, and this is a small, like, it'll be a cable or a board or something that's failed in the headlight unit. But because it's my car, I need to fix that. And I can't now, like, it's not safe for me to drive it at nighttime. It's illegal for me to drive it at nighttime because we have one headlight, which is not, it's a defect. So it's just one of those things, just one of those things. I love the car. I love owning a good car. I don't have to own a good car. Where we are right now, we're 2 hours from family. We're a good hour from the nearest hospital. So, like, we need reliable vehicles. In Vanuatu, everything is a lot closer together. We're not talking, driving from one side of the island to the other. We're talking, depending on where we end up, maybe 20 minutes into town. And there's local buses that I can, pay a local to drive us in. And I don't need to own a car. I don't need to maintain a car. I don't have to think about a car. Do you know what I mean? Like, I remember as I was a kid, this is, let me tell you, let me impart some Unc Wisdom onto you right now, right? Because I'm Unc. They teach you that the more successful you are, the more things you need to get to prove your success. The better car, the better house, the better phone, the better this, the better that, the more clothes, the rah, rah, rah. And what you'll learn over time, none of it actually matters. There's very few things that actually matter. Having a decent house over your head, whether you own it or not, you've got, like, if you don't own, if you choose not to own, the maintenance is not on you, which is great. The rates are not on you. There's a lot of things that are not on you to deal with, which is fantastic. When you own, you don't need to be upgrading constantly to have a bigger and better house. If you get a pay rise, I guess that means we need a new house. That's not a real thing. It's so stupid, the fact that is a thing that a lot of people think like. It's you're crippling yourself. You're forcing yourself. If you're working super hard, right? Yikes, she was all over the road. She drove into my lane just then for a second. If you're working super hard and it's clearly the kind of work you're like, I can do this for so long, but not forever. Do not make any decisions based on your earning at that particular time, because then you're stuck doing your temporary work in a non-temporary fashion. I've done that. Trust me. Like, I knew that I couldn't be working from 8 a.m. to 10 p.m. forever. And yet I made decisions. Sorry. Some decisions were based on me. Other decisions were not. My decisions. But regardless, I built a life in that earning range. So just don't do it. Don't. Oh, anyway. It's my Unc Wisdom. Again, Unc advice, sometimes less is more. In fact, a majority of the time, less is more. This car doesn't cost us a lot to run, but in insurance, I don't know why, these cars get absolutely hammered. Like, we're paying basically almost what we save in petrol cost. I mean, because we're now further away, we are saving more in petrol, which probably balances out a little bit in our favor. But what we would save in petrol costs for a normal sort of ownership and route, we're paying back in insurance anyway. So, like, there's not always grass, not always greener, and for me, because I'm terrible with car maintenance, I love these cars because they don't require that 6 monthly 10K, whatever it is, maintenance. But no car would require zero maintenance. Do you know what I mean? We live in a day and age. I don't know. I'm just learning. I learned back in the day. I used to have massive friendship groups, and I've learned that I much prefer smaller circles of people that I know well and know deeply. You know what I mean? I don't want a big social circle. I want a handful of people that I know, love, trust, can rely on. I will be reliable for them. I don't want to stretch myself too thin on social. I don't want to stretch myself too thin in owning and maintenance of stuff. I don't want to stretch myself this is something I've learned very recently. I don't want to stretch myself too thin on too many ventures at once. Trying too many things at once, I'm learning a lot, and I thought I would share what I have learned, and in the hopes that if somebody out there watches this and is anything like me, you'll learn that less is more. Don't spend Friday nights going out with friends and partying and all this. Spend your Friday nights at home with your family. Trust me. There's nowhere I would rather be. I have to work Friday nights, right? I work until 10 p.m. Friday nights are one of my busiest nights because that's when I record the podcast. I don't get Friday nights with my family. And then the weekends come, and quite often we've got both days where we're not at home because we're doing things, running errands, whatever. Spend the time with the people that you love and care about. Don't do anything fancy. Don't waste your money on stuff that doesn't matter. Don't spend your time, money, effort, energy trying to impress people that don't care about you. Spend the time, reinvest in yourself, reinvest in your family. Put your time, energy, effort, soul where it matters. All right. That's my Unc rant done. I'm going to leave you to it now. Whew. Goodbye.